Shalom to all you Jews on a journey here from our beautiful porch at Livnot in the city of Tzfat, home to the Kabbalists and the Center for Jewish Spirituality. There is a war going around us, so if we hear anything, don't be worried. We'll just take a break and come right back. Today I want to talk to you about something that truly moved me last night. I saw a video of soldiers about to go into Lebanon, maybe 100 soldiers gathered around their commander, and he gave them an inspiring speech, and they were all talking, and he told them about how they're going to go house to house, and they're going to go into the line of fire, and doing this for all of Am Yisrael in historical times, and because they're doing this, we're not going to have to fight, our children won't have to fight wars, God willing. And then they got up and danced, and they were all happy. And I was like, wow, what true humility. And now I know that I say the word humility, and what humility usually means thinking less about myself, but that's not the story. I wanted to redefine or think again, what does humility mean? And it always gets me to think about those soldiers coming from America without families and coming and giving everything up just to be with us, with Am Yisrael, and it's like being completely egoless or selfless, giving themselves up for the other. And that's truly, truly moving and connects us to this week's Parsha. This week's Parsha, Parashat Vayikra, weekly portion. It's called Vayikra. And if you look in the Torah, you see it's one of the only places in the Torah that it's like this. There's 4 regular-sized letters, and then the last Aleph, the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, the last Aleph is small. In every Torah, it's like this. It's like a very, very small Aleph. And there's many, many teachings and sayings about why it's like this, but one of them is the teaching about what true humility means. And I just want to throw one kind of idea and maybe get us thinking and get us moving in the direction of just asking the question, what does humility mean? Because many people think it means I'm a doormat. Real humility means I'm worthless. I'm not worth anything, right? But Rabbi Nachman, the 18th century rabbi and Kabbalist, he says, I'm going to translate while I'm reading, so bear with me. He says, and Moses gave his soul, gave his livelihood for Am Yisrael, for the nation of Israel. Moses gave himself up for the nation of Israel because he knew his true humility and because he knew the greatness of all of Am Yisrael. Like it says, and the man Moses was very humble, more humble than any human being in the world. And because he was humble, he gave his life, he gave his livelihood for Am Yisrael. And that's a really interesting definition of what it means to be humble. What it means to be humble is not to think less of myself, but maybe to think of myself less. Meaning, I'm not thinking that I'm worthless, but I'm thinking that there's something more important than me, something that I can give myself up to. There's an ultimate cause, there's a bigger cause that's worth living for. And that's true humility. It's not living in order to get, I'm living in order to give, in order to be part of something bigger. And we're all part of something bigger. We all can be part of something bigger. And that's really a true shift in somebody's life, is when we start living for others, for the nation, for the world, and not living in order to get, to receive, to get. So maybe we'll conclude with a very interesting saying by Reb Simcha Bunim from Pshischa, a Chassidic master, who said each person needs one note in each hand. In the one hand, it needs to say the whole world was created for me. And the other hand, it needs to be said that I am nothing but ashes. So how could it be that we have these two supposedly contradictory things? One is the whole world was created for me. Everything, all this creation was in order for me to exist right now at this moment. And then the other hand is I am nothing but ashes. So he says it's not about being one or the other. It's about knowing when to open which note. When I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling worthless, I open up the note, the whole world was created for me right now at this moment, was created for me. And when I'm feeling, maybe too full of myself or I deserve, I'm nothing but ashes. When I have these true things, but truly have them both, meaning I know my true worth, at every moment, I know when to assert myself and I know when to be silent. and there's not like it's not clearly one thing all the time. It's sometimes I need to be silent. Sometimes I need to talk. Sometimes I need to assert myself, and sometimes I need to take myself back. True humility is knowing how to have this balance and how to give, and may we have the merit to give ourselves in order for an ultimate cause, a bigger cause. And when we think less of ourselves, not that we are worth less, but we think less about ourselves and more about the other. That's true humility. May we have the merit, God willing, to have true humility and give our lives for our ultimate and higher goal. God willing. And if you liked it, was interesting, I'd love to hear comments here on the bottom, questions. Would love to hear from you. And see you next week, God willing.